Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm KVD here, and in today's video I have a foundation review, of course. So I am testing out the BPERFECT Chroma Cover foundations. So I got the BPERFECT Chroma Cover foundations on launch day. Very excited to try the foundation. And I've had a mix of emotions during this process. I got this foundation like a few weeks ago, and I'm now getting to try it out. Before actually diving into the foundation for the wear test today, I was actually really scared because I thought that these were not going to match me. You'll understand as I go through the video and I explain that. I'm just gonna read the claims of the foundation on what it does. So I have this little pamphlet here, and it says, "This is Chroma Cover, our first ever 36 shade foundation range. Weightless, full coverage, soft matte finish with skin loving ingredients, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin E. Chroma, noun, purity of color. Skin optimizing ingredients combined with concentrated pigment give a flawless full coverage finish that lasts all day. 3 undertones, cool, neutral, and warm." And they also came out with a concealer. So I got 2 concealers. I got C3 and N3. So I got these concealers. And then in terms of the foundation, I did use the foundation tool on the website, and they matched me with N7 and W9 based off all the foundations in my collection that I entered in onto the tool. So I ended up getting 2 because I wanted to make sure. Now, when I first got the 2 foundations, I literally thought that neither of them were going to match me. They looked fine in the swatches beside my other foundations, but there was a moment where I swatched the foundation on my face and I was like, this is too light. Then I like blended out with like a brush, and then I was looking at my face and I'm like, this is too light. I look like Casper the Friendly Ghost. But as you guys can see, I have the foundation on my face right now. I'm wearing N7. And just, if you want to see the wave of emotion of me trying out this foundation, then definitely keep on watching. This is N7. Even, I know like the bottle's like frosted, kind like not it's a little bit frosted, and like, you know what I mean, you can't really see it until the end, but like, tell me that doesn't look deceiving. Tell me that this does not look like it's going to be too light on my face, right? Well, just keep on watching. So I'm going to be using N7. Oh, it's so light. So I'm really kind of like hoping for like a turn of events and that it oxidizes and it does end up matching, but we'll see. So I did prime my face with the Fenty Beauty primer, and I color corrected, and I'm just going to start applying the foundation. It has a skin like scent to it. I really like that. Like, I really like that it has a skin like. I already know people are going to comment anyways and be like, it's too light. I know that. I know that. I know that. I'm aware. This is the first foundation in a while that I've gotten that I'm like, oh my God, like, this is too light. I could mix this foundation with something that's darker in my collection, but then at that point, the formulation is going to be different. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to change the formula. So that's obviously disappointing, but it is what it is. So in terms of the scent, like I said, it smells like skincare, which I like. The coverage is nice. It's like a medium. To me, it is full coverage, but it's like medium to full coverage. Like, I do like how it's laying on my skin right now. It looks really beautiful on the skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face and come back and show you guys. Oddly enough, it matches like my shoulder, but because I have discoloration on my face, it's still just a touch too light. Like if they had like an N7.5, I think that would be perfect, because the N8, from what I've seen in swatches and other people who've used N8, it's going to be too dark for me and too orangey. So I don't even want to go ahead and purchase a whole new, like a third bottle of foundation when the first two that I thought would be my match based off the tool doesn't even match me. So that sucks. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my face and I'll be back and show you. So this is my face with foundation fully applied. Guys, okay. My chest, right? My body is so light. And this foundation actually matches my body, right? It actually matches my body. But it feels weird because I usually go for a foundation that's just slightly darker than this. Literally, like if this foundation was just a touch, like not even a full shade, but just a half a shade darker, I could get down with it. It really, like when I'm looking at myself on camera, I'm like, it doesn't really even look that bad anymore because I feel like it's settling into my skin. So I'm really hoping that by the end of my makeup, it comes together. But we'll see, like I said, with flash pictures. I haven't done my concealer yet because I also got the Chroma Cover concealers. I got N3 and C3. I don't know what possessed me to get a cool concealer. I don't know, but I'm not using that. I'm just going to use N3 concealer, which is extremely light. So I'm not even going to use a lot of it because I already look light. I'm going to use very little of this because see-through, well, maybe I'll mix a little bit actually. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to mix them together. Whatever. I'm going to mix those two concealers together under my eye. But this is what my skin looks like. So aside from the shade match, the actual formulation of the foundation, my first impression of it is that it is beautiful. It lays so lovely on my skin. It doesn't feel drying, but I can tell that once I do everything, it's going to have like a nice soft matte finish. Like I really do like it, the formulation of the foundation. I'm not even going to lie. So I'm going to apply my concealer. I'm just going to do very little of the Cool, you know, on my face. I'm not going to do a lot of it because, oh, this is not even, okay. I don't even think that really did anything, if I'm being honest. That did not do much. Okay, let's see. This concealer is not full coverage. This is like very sheer because I feel like it blended out on my skin and it's gone. Like it really didn't do much. So I'm just gonna add a touch of the N. Oh, that's super light. Okay. Yeah, this concealer is really sheer. It's not bad, but I wouldn't repurchase this concealer just off the first rip of how it's on my skin. It looks nice though. But I don't know, I guess maybe because I'm obsessed with Good Apple concealer right now. And this is not like a Good Apple type concealer because it's like a medium concealer, medium coverage concealer. Maybe because the foundation is so full coverage. That doesn't look bad. I'll leave it at I'll leave it to that. I'll leave it at, yeah, I'll leave it at that. But I wouldn't repurchase these. That's just my honest opinion. Okay, I'm not doing anything serious to my face. So I'm going to go finish off the rest of my face because I really just want to test the formula. And then I'll be back with my final thoughts. So this is my makeup when it's all said and done. And I am pleasantly surprised that this foundation has come together and it actually looks good. It looks like my other foundations, guys. Like, even in pictures. I thought that, okay, it looks good in regular lighting, but flash photography, probably not so much. But to my surprise, my pleasant surprise, it's still, it's good still. So, major turn of events. I'm going to do my wear test like I normally would and see how the foundation holds up. You already know how I felt about the formula of my first impressions. It was just the shade that I was like really uncertain about, but you guys are seeing it for yourselves that this foundation has come together. Wow. So I will be back with my wear test. I'm pretty impressed, you guys. So this is my face after 8 hours. I've had the foundation on for 8 hours and this is where we're at. So there's a little bit of oil, nothing too crazy on my forehead, but like, you know, you can see there's a little bit of a glow. You have a little bit on my cheek area and then a little bit on my chin. But there's no like cracking too tough. I mean, it did settle a little bit in my in my smile lines, but nothing like crazy. I think my skin looks beautiful still. So without powdering my face, and again, for it being on my face for 8 hours, I think this is really good wear. Obviously you guys knew my worry with it being too light. I mean, it's kind of crazy that this in this bottle right here is what's on my face. No, because to me this just looks so light, but on my face it's the right shade. I'm happy it worked out to be that way. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have a part 2 for this. I think I am gonna end up trying the W9 as well and do the same type of thing, wear it for the day and see how that wears on my skin, see if that works as well, if that comes together, because then I can keep both and then this wasn't a fail like I thought it would be. But so far so good. Like I told you while I was applying the foundation, I thought that the formulation was beautiful. The scent of the foundation, the way that it laid on my skin, and clearly it went through the wear test pretty good. So I would definitely say if you have normal to dry skin, you can wear this foundation for sure. Like you won't really have any oils at the end of the day, I don't think. It's still worth a try. And then for people who have combination skin like me, like oily combination and oily skin, I think you could still get away with it. Just prep and prime your skin accordingly. But in terms of the shade range of the foundation, I do feel like for 36 shades, yes, that's good, but I think there could be a lot more. I think there could be some in-between shades for sure with some of the foundations, because I found that some of the swatches, let me just pull out the Chroma cover booklet. For some of these swatches, if you can see here, they look good. So these are the warm shades, and then they have a few, just a very few mid-tone and then deeper shades. And then I feel like the jump from, I believe this is N8 to N9 is crazy to me. I think there should be some more in between shades here, right? And then for the cool, I think, you know, this isn't so bad. You have your lights, your mid-tone, and then your deep. But there definitely could be a few more shades added for sure. So hopefully BPERFECT does extend the range in the future, but I'm actually glad that the N7 shade did end up working out. The model that I know that actually wears this shade is her. And I think we're similar in complexion. So when I first got this foundation and I was noticing that it was so light, I was really confused. Like, I even reached out to BPERFECT about it because I was contemplating returning it. Of course, I didn't want to because that's such a hassle to have to now, you know, pay to ship it back and all that nonsense. So I was hoping to, you know, figure out some type of solution. And the person that was helping me was really, really kind. She was trying her best to like find a solution. She didn't end up getting back to me when I asked like what the follow-up procedure would be for actually wanting to return it. So I figured, I'm like, they're probably not going to get back to me. So let me just try the foundation, and whether it matches or not, they're going to get this review. And lo and behold, it turned out to be fine. So that's a plus. I just want to confirm with whether the W9 matches. And if it doesn't, then I'll end up giving that to my mom. And I'll probably do a video with my mom and just show me applying it on her, see how it matches her. But yeah, I would say definitely give it a try. If you're able to swatch it in person, please go to a store in person if you can. If you're like me, you're overseas, you don't have the location near you, and you can't go swatch it, I mean, I would probably say you might have to buy a couple of shades, like at least 2 shades, like how I did, and hope for the best. I'm so sorry, but that's kind of my take on it, because I was so shook. You can use the tool. I would definitely recommend, do not just enter one of your foundations. If you have multiple, please enter all the foundations in the tool so that you can get an idea of what could potentially be your match, and then go from there. Look at the swatches online, try and find some reviews, do the due diligence with trying to like research on like what could possibly be your shade before you make the purchase, because that's what I did. And like I said, when I initially got this foundation and I swatched it, I was kind of disappointed because I started to think, oh my god, it's not going to match me. I did a swatch on my jawline and it was light, but after actually full-blown applying it and letting it oxidize into my skin and settle down, it worked out. So that concludes the review. I do hope you like how this video turned out. Leave a comment down below if you've already tried this foundation, if you were thinking about it, and what are your thoughts. And I will definitely talk to you guys in the next one. Bye, loves.